Alright, what's up guys? We are back with another episode of the Masochist. Credit to Cimo and Hossman for inventing it. Also, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, so we're back again with this deck, which is the Yugi Jr. deck. It's been the best deck that we've had thus far. It's just been the most consistent. I can't really complain about it. It's just been that good in comparison to all the other decks. There's a few things that are on the agenda actually. Number one, I'm probably going to try the Pendulum deck soon. I've been playing it in testing. I think it's a little underwhelming, but I could maybe go for trying a different deck just for the fun of it. But also, I need more music recommendations. Every 10 episodes or so, I plan to change the soundtrack. So next episode, the soundtrack should be 100% all new. If you have any recommendations for any game series, usually game series, don't tell me like, oh yeah, Michael Jackson. Like, I can't put Michael Jackson on here, it's copyrighted. But if there's any video game music that you think is good, that would sound really cool in the background of one of these videos, let me know, and I will put them in the following videos, so let me know. But this is the deck we're playing. The only thing I really adjusted was I added Sky Striker Ace Ray, and I took out the this package right here, the Dark Requiem package. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this, but you have to have Dark Rebellion XYZ as material, otherwise the rest of these effects don't really apply. I didn't see that part, but what can you do? It's still a cool card. I mean, I don't see the point of playing it, because then we have to run this, which is kind of a brick, to summon this. And the only thing we get is a 3,000 attack monster, and we have to give up Time Thief, so it's not quite good enough yet. But overall, I've made a few changes. Like I said, I added Ray. I think Ray is really good, just because we were lucky enough to pull Hayate. So Ray by itself can be 3,000 damage, which is quite nice actually, because again, you attack with Ray during the battle phase, you tag out, you go into Hayate. It's 3,000 damage between the two of them. Or if I have Ray, I can just normal summon Ray, link her away for Hayate, and just attack over whatever I need to attack. Like, not attack over, but I can attack directly, which is really cool. So anytime I draw Ray, life points are low, I can attack directly. And then also, she kind of works well with Crusadia Arborea, because she turns herself into a Link monster at any point, and Arborea can special summon to a Link monster zone. So she can potentially help us like Link climb if we need to. Like, there's a lot of interesting uses that Ray can do, but at any given time for an open board, she can do 3,000. And on top of that, she is a level 4 monster, which is quite useful for us. Generally speaking, that's quite useful for us. Alright guys, first game, we just lost the coin flip. We've got a pretty decent going second hand actually. We have Forbidden Chalice and Iron Dragon, Crackdown, Familiar Possessed, Crusadia Arborea. Depending on what they summon and where they summon it, we can actually get into a Time Thief, and we can pop things. And then our follow-up is to have Crackdown and Forbidden Chalice. Not a bad hand actually. Our opponent's going to activate the Lord of Heavenly Prison. This card is not one that you ever want to see. Now they're activating Defense Zone, which each player... Oh yeah, this card is a little bit odd. I don't know what the purpose is. And now they're going to summon the Vanquished Soul Rosin. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen anything like what I'm seeing on the field right now. I don't know what our opponent is playing here. Defense Zone, Rosin, what is going on here? So his back row can't be destroyed. So, I mean, that's that. His back row can't be destroyed. But we have a lot of plays. We have like an unreal amount of plays right now. So we're going to activate Nahata, and we're going to special summon it for free. So that's first things first. We'll do that. I can't pop his back row anyway, so I don't see the point of popping this, because his back row is being protected right now. So there's really no point to really do anything there. I'm just going to go ahead and summon We can go into Time Thief, or we can go into the other dude. Which I actually think the other dude is better right now than Time Thief, so I'm going to summon the other dude. Because, like I said, I don't see that Time Thief being better. Actually, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have summoned her. I was just talking about how Time Thief wasn't that good right now, and then I just go ahead and summon a card that doesn't do anything. So, like I said, what I should have done is summon Crusader Arborea instead of this. But it's fine. I messed up a little bit. Actually, we can go into the GOAT. I just realized we can go into the greatest of all time. We can go into Mech Knight Crusader Avermax. That is actually better than what I was going to do anyway. So I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to go these two into the dude. I'm going to summon him right here. The Brute Enforcer. Now I can summon Crusader Arborea anyway. I'm going to special summon that out here. And now I'm going to... I don't see the point of using this effect because this... I don't even know why... This card's not even that good. I don't know what's going on here. So I'm not going to destroy that. But now I'm going to link away these two. Now I probably could have attacked, but if he's got some foolishness in the back row, I'd rather... If he's got some battle phase foolishness, I'd rather just make a Crusader Avermax, because Crusader Avermax has protection from foolishness, because Arborea is going to be in graveyard and he can't be targeted. So I'd rather go to this, and if I go to battle phase, he's got like Mirror Force or something, or some other nonsense, then I can play around it a little bit better. So I'm just going to attack his monster here, and if he's got any goofiness, alright, he doesn't, so it's fine. And now we go to main phase 2. We just set the Crackdown and the Forbidden Chalice and pass. Not really a... Heavenly Prison is actually a really good card. That's a card I would 100% play if I could. He's a really good card. He's a free special summon. He sets any spawn trap card. He's like one of those cards that he doesn't see a lot of meta play, but he's actually a really good card. Just generally a really good card. I hope that's something that we can pull. We pulled the Primal Congrate, which is kind of like him, but not quite as good. But Heavenly Prison is like one of those cards, definitely. If I could pull this, I don't think there's even a doubt in my mind that I would play this. It's just that good of a generic card. It does so much. It protects back row, special summons itself. It's 3,000 attack and defense. It's level 10. And on top of all of that, it can essentially set any spawn trap card from the deck, and it plays under skill drain. Like, all of that is available under skill drain. Crazy effect. Our opponent's going to go to the end phase. I'm fine with that. Yep, purple poison's cool. I actually wanted him to summon something so that I could steal it, but it's whatever. So I'm just going to summon the purple poison. I'm just going to go to battle phase. We're pretty close to ending this, so as long as he just keeps not drawing anything good, we should be able to win. I just looked at my opponent's name, and it is very much a bot name, but at the same time, it is a bot name, but I don't know. They've played some decent cards. I mean, I guess the bot could be playing decent cards. He's got Rosin, and he had Rosin, didn't search anything. Then he had Heavenly Prison and didn't do anything with it. So again, I think these are one of the new bots. Believe it or not, the newest bots are actually like Masochist bots, where they just open packs and then they accumulate URs, and I guess they just keep playing with the cards that they pull until they can dust those URs. I believe that's what they do now. That's the new brand of bots. They don't play like self-decay quite as often, which, I mean, I guess it's fine with me. It's all bots kind of just suck because they make the game kind of boring and uninteractive. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I'd rather be playing against someone on our decks, I guess you can, like, level, on our deck's level, so like a Dark Magician, like a Blue Eyes deck, a random archetype that's not like tier 1. I'd rather be playing against someone like that, but because it's more fun. But obviously, time to time, you gotta duel these bots. All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, that was more than likely a bot. They just didn't really accomplish anything. They had me going at the beginning with they had the Lord of the Heavenly Prison, but it ended up being a bot. Alright, so we got 2 legacy tickets and the Wicked Worm Beast, which this card is not very good. And this is started at Kaiba, I believe. Weird looking card, but not really that great. Alright, so this is what our opponent was playing. I believe that is what they do. I believe they just keep, the bots just keep playing, pulling URs, and then they just load the URs into their deck. And eventually they just, like, maybe they decraft them and just sell the account. I don't know how exactly they do it. But this is what they're playing. Obviously nothing makes sense here. They've got Red Nova, Royal Rare. Nothing obviously makes any sense here. They've got cards, they have ritual cards for rituals that they can't summon. It's a big disaster. Alright, let's open this master pack. Let's see what we get out of this one. Hopefully we get something useful. I want to see some big new cards that we can use. We've got Reptilian Viper, not going to work yet. Void Expansion, not going to work yet. We've got Elemental Hero Nebula Neos, one of my favorite Neos fusion monsters. Actually, it's a really cool one. Great effect when it leaves the field. What does everything get banished face down or something like that? Or no, if it's special summon, draw cards equal to the amount of your opponent controls, and then end phase, shuffle it, banish all cards face down. Yeah, I was right. Very good card, very cool card, but right now that doesn't do anything. This is our second copy of this card. I don't have the materials to make this. Gaga Rush, not really useful. When I face up Gaga, nope, can't really use. I mean, I do have a few Gaga cards, but I don't think it's worth playing. We have a second copy of this, one of the not so good Sky Striker cards. This is a ritual for a spell for a ritual card we don't have, and then this is a generic. This is technically speaking a super poly target for Cyber / Link decks, but we don't have super poly, so we're not going to be able to use that. So this pack was completely useless. Alright, let's open up these legacy tickets. Hopefully we get something good out of this, because the pack we just opened was terrible. Academy Cycle. This card is a little weird. I mean, it changes the attack of all face-up monsters to 0. And then if we lose those monsters, we get to draw a card. Which, that's just I don't even know what to really, like, why, I don't really know what to do. I mean, it's just a weird card. Pot of the Trick, we have that odd card already. Yeah, that card, I mean, I guess that could make our opponent not attack us, but if they attack, it's just not that great. Elite Goblin Attack Force is a Fiend, not a Warrior. The other Goblin Attack Force are Warriors, not Fiends. I don't know why, because these guys look more like Warriors than the other Goblins do, and the other Goblins are Warriors. I don't know what the story is there, but basically it's the regular Goblin Attack Force, but they've got armor on, so now they have 1500 defense instead of 0, but their attack went down by 100. That's the whole thing there. And a Narrow Pass. This actually is decent, but it requires both players to have 2 or less monsters on their field. Have 2 or less is that, I guess, a minimum of 2. You can normal summon 2 additional monsters on your side of the field. So this card's not theoretically that bad because it gives us extra normal summons, but it's a little too slow. I'd rather just have double summon. That would be much better for us. Alright, so we just won the coin flip. I'm going to try. I have Power Frame, and I've got this stuff. I can go into Time Thief, or I can go into the Barrier Statue. I think actually Time Thief is the better move right now. So I'm going to set that. I'm going to activate the Penguin Squire. I'm just going to save the Small World for later. Yes, I want to change the level. I'm going to decrease it by 1. I'll save the Small World for a later time to see if we need to do anything, and then we're going to activate this. Hopefully beta hand trap. Sometimes nope, just goes directly to a cancellation. We're just going to go to Time Thief. He's been so good for us. Time Thief is good, but Power Frame is really not great with Time Thief. Power Frame is another card, like, there's a lot of cards that I'm kind of on the fence about. Power Frame's another one that I'm kind of like, this is a good card, but like it's only good if we have Barrier Statue. In other cases, it's really not good. I've been thinking about cutting that one. Vidjum's another one. Like, Vidjum is good, but the problem is we only have 1 Vidjum, and like I said before, we have 1 Cubic, 1 Vidjum. If we had more Cubics, more Vidjums, I'd probably play 3 and 3 if I could, because they've been so good for us. But just 1 can be a little tough sometimes. So we're going to Time Thief, get something off the top. It's a spell. That's great. That is a weird card. Malevolent Nuzzler. That is an old card from Magic Ruler. Not even Spell Rule. I'm not even going to say Magic Ruler. It's from Magic Ruler. One of the oldest sets in the game. Our opponent is playing some absolute bullshit right now. But I'm down for it. Archfiend Soldier Normal Summon. I'm so down for this right now. This is like a card, another card I haven't seen in so long, Archfiend Soldier. This used to be such a great card back in the day. It was one of the first 1900 attackers. And if I remember correctly, this one was a rare, I believe, which made it a lot more accessible than like Gemini Elf and the original like power creep card, which was the original power creep card was, what's his name? Mechanical Chaser. That card was like the original power creep card. Dude, this is a fun duel. Okay. Heads, they got the draw. Wow, they got lucky. Cup of Ace. Okay. Listen, if they had equipped this thing with a bunch of stuff and they attack us and we have power frame them, I'm so down for that. I'm going to have a Time Thief with like 8 million attack. So they're going to battle phase. Okay. Alright, they're going to attack us. I am going to power frame 1,000,000%, and I'm going to steal his attack points. And now we're equal on attack points, so I'll take that. Alright, he's going to go to end phase. I'm going to definitely activate the effective Time Thief Redoer, and I'm going to draw. I'm not going to banish it. I'm not going to do all that, so I'm going to draw. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Especially in this situation. That is not bad. Activate the effect of Time Thief. Hopefully we get a, what do we want? A trap card, a spell card. A monster card is what we get. Another Archfiend Soldier. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set the if you control only one face-up monster. We're probably just going to, I can, Small World. What am I even going to Small World into? He has nothing going on right now. You know what would probably be good to Small World into, actually? A good Small World card would actually be, what's his name? Our main card, Magnamut. Magnamut would be pretty good, actually. So I'm going to activate Small World. I'm going to use this. I'm going to go to Ranryu, and now I'm going to be able to get the Bestial Magnamut, because they have nothing in common. So when I destroy this Archfiend, I'm going to be able to Magnamut, and then the following turn I'm hopefully going to win. So I'm going to go ahead and set that, and I'm just going to go to end phase because there's nothing much else I can do. So I'm just going to pass here. So when they attack us, we're going to Unbreakable Spirit, and then Bestial Magnamut into the other dude. Bestial Magnamut into Tiamaton, and then we're good to go. I'm going to activate the Time Thief Redoer. We're going to get a Luster Dragon. Oof. Our old nemesis, our original nemesis, the Luster Dragon. This is another card that was really expensive when it came out. It was an ultra rare out of Magician's Force. And Magician's Force was a set that was just starving for any non-collector's value. I remember that set was like cheeks. From a like a game standpoint, like in terms of what was in it to make it more competitive. Breaker the Magical Warrior is probably the best card in there. And then everything else I remember in that set was like, it was like Dark Magician Girl. It was a bunch of like counters. It was a lot of stuff that was from the show. So the packs definitely sold, but in terms of like competitive stuff, like that set was just starving for competitive value. He's going to Lucky Iron Axe. Is he equipping that to my monster? If the face-up card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, draw one card. Why is he equipping that to me? What's the... What is the... I don't get it. Why did he just equip that to me? Alright, he's attacking us. Obviously, I'm just going to use Unbreakable Spear because I want to do as much damage as possible. I'm going to turn Chaining on. I'm going to wait till Damage Step. Not Battle Step, Damage Step. There we go. And now I'm going to activate it. I'm going to gain a bunch of attack. And that's great. That's great for us. You can pay 500, place this on the top of the deck. So, I mean, that's fine with us because now this is going to go underneath our Time Thief Redoer when we take a card off the top of his deck. It's better for us. And he's attacking with this. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm kind of lost. I don't know what happened there. So I guess we have... Alright, we can't use Magnamut because he doesn't control the monster. But we're going to draw for turn. Now we can use Magnamut. And honestly, I'm not even going to... What's the point of using Magnamut? I'm just going to attack. I'm going to save Magnamut for a later date. I guess we can draw a card. Why not, right? Why not draw a card and see what we get? But I think that we're pretty much wrapped up here. We just attack directly and we should win this. And that should be good. Yeah, I don't really need to do much else. I didn't even need to use the Magnemite after all. What a clean win. Okay, that's one way to do it. Let's win that one. Let's go open some packs. Definitely want to do that. Okay, so we've got one legacy ticket, Cemetery Bomb, and I forget this guy's name, Morphin. It's a weird looking card, and we probably already have it. And Cemetery Bomb is not the best card, but I mean, it can do a lot of damage potentially, but not enough for us to play it. Okay, let's open a Master Pack. Let's see what we get out of this. It's not glowing, but I don't care because we're still looking for that Nemesis Corridor. Let's see. We've got Clock Lizard. I have never. Watch. I'm gonna say I've never seen. I pulled it already. Oh no, what is this card from? This card's actually not too bad, honestly. This Clock Lizard. We actually can summon that the fusion Cybers monster we literally just pulled. We can actually fusion summon that. But the thing is, we'd have to get it in the graveyard first and then do a bunch of shenanigans. Not really a bad card, though, honestly. Reaper of Prophecy is a card we already have and we are already not playing, so I'm not going to play it now. We already have this card. Unchained Twins. We have been pulling a lot of Unchains, and we have some decent Unchained cards. I got to look at what Unchains we have afterwards, but this is just another Unchained card. That's pretty good. I don't know why we pulled doubles of cards we have no chance of ever playing with these two. And then we've got Amazing Pendulum, another Pendulum card. If you have no cards in your Pendulum Zone, add 2 face-up Magicians with different names from your extra deck to your hand. That is not that great of a card. Fluffle, not going to happen. Amazon's Chain, card we already have. And another card we already... Eidos, the Underworld Squire. Yeah, this is... We can normal summon additionally, but it's a tribute monster. So that's not really usable. That's not really usable. That's not usable. That's not usable. This is potentially long in the future, maybe usable. This isn't that good. This is not really... the only hope we have here is the Unchained. I don't know why we're pulling so many doubles of so many like cards that are just not usable for us. Alright, so for those of you wondering, including me, these are all the Unchained cards that we've pulled so far. We pulled 1 Rakea, we pulled Aruha, 2 Aruha, we pulled a Abomination's Prison, which is the search spell for the entire archetype. I can't believe this is only an R. This is literally their entire, like, this is probably one of the best cards in the archetype. It's a rare. And then, yeah, I'm a little shocked by that. And then we've got Sarama, and then we've got the Chamber. So we have a lot of actual, this deck is actually really low rarity. I'm looking at it now, like, why don't I have this? Like, why don't I have this on my regular account? It's actually kind of incredible. It's a very low rarity deck. We've got Disasters and SR. You only have to play ever one. It's a big brick. This is 1 to 2 of. It's the boss monster. I mean, I guess there's a chance we pull it. This is just a good generic, like, Link monster. If we ever pull it, I would 100%. This is a card I would 100% play. I'd probably replace Firewall, which we've never summoned. And then the rest of these are SRs. This is not a great card. And then this is a decent card. Yeah, overall, like, this is a very low rarity deck. I think if we keep, like, stringing these together, we could even probably play the engine right now because they all float into each other. So there's potential for this, I think. Maybe we can string something together if we keep pulling these. All right, we actually just lost a coin flip, but our opponent chose for us to go first, and our hand is not looking that great, if I'm being honest with you, but it's playable. So this is where Power Frame again kind of is one of those cards where you have to look at it. It's like we have 2 Battle Traps, and we have Forbidden Chalice, and we have Crowley. So I think this is the problem with Power Frame again, is that it's when a face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack. So okay, what am I supposed to do? Normal summon Vigilom? Like, I'm not going to do that. 0 attack, and no one's going to attack it. So I think we just normal summon Crowley, because then otherwise Power Frame's just a dead card anyway. I guess we activate this card's effect. Hopefully they negate it. It doesn't really matter, but hopefully they negate it. No, they don't negate it. They don't respond in any way. And I guess we'll just set all our other stuff and just pass here. This would have been a good hand if we drew a barrier statue, but we did not. So because of that, it's just kind of a subpar hand. Alright, so our opponent's going to special summon the Kashtira Fenrir, which if they declare an attack with this and I steal it with Memory of an Adversary, I think that could be really cool. Honestly though, based on what based on their hand, I mean, based on their, like, not their hand, but based on, like, their mate and stuff, I expected a different deck, but I'll rock with it. They're going to activate Rod. I don't think I'm going to get a better opportunity to negate something than Rod. I mean, Dark Magician doesn't really have anything else worth negating. So I'm going to activate the Forbidden Chalice. Rod's their central searcher, so I'm just going to go ahead and negate that. Again, there's probably nothing better than Rod to negate in Dark Magician. I mean, I guess Souls, but most of the players that play Souls just end up sending it to the graveyard to summon Dark Magician anyway, so I actually think that Rod is probably the best card for us to negate. Yes, it puts the monster above our attack, but he's already got a monster that's higher in attack than our monster anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. So we're going to negate the Rod. Going to boost up their attack. We're not in the best situation, but I think that we have a decent shot here. I think, what is our opponent playing? He's going to search Unicorn. Is our opponent playing like Kashtira Dark Magician? I believe that's what they're playing. Now, this is another one of those weird... I don't know what it is. It's like... Noobs kind of like Kashtira. I've started to realize that. Like, I've seen them... Buster Blade... Remember we played against Buster Blader Kashtira? Now we're playing against this with Kashtira. It's interesting. They seem to really like Kashtira. So they're going to declare attack. They're going to banish our Crowley. We can also activate Memory of an Adversary here, which I am certainly going to do because why not? I think stealing a Fenrir is a great idea. We can also negate... We could have also negated the attack with Power Frame, but I'd rather... That's the card I want to steal. And then we're going to take 2,000 directly, which sucks, but it's what has to happen. And then we have Vijam, and we have the Crowley coming back. He also has a fusion spell that he's about to draw next turn. It's going to be... I mean, it just depends on what he has, but that can be obviously pretty rough for us, too. If he has a way to fuse. We've got Memory Loss isn't a bad card. We've got Vijam, and then we've got this dude coming back. So overall, we don't have too bad of a situation. We're going to set this stuff, and we're just going to pass here, and then we're going to hopefully... We get the Fenrir back at this end phase. He's going to be able to add the... He just drew the... We know what he has in his hand. So he has a Unicorn, and he has the fusion spell for Dark Magician. So we already know two of his cards. Rod was negated. It's a dead card right now, but he's going to fuse. So we'll see what he makes out of this. I don't know what exactly is going to be happening here. It's a Dark Magician, so it's the Dark Magicians he's going to summon, which is quite a good card. Hopefully he attacks. Now I'm not activating anything until he attacks, and then I'm going to use Vijam to negate this. So we have some decent plays here, and he can't summon the Unicorn because Unicorn requires him to have nothing on the board. So at least that's good. Now the other thing is that when this floats, 1,000,000% when this floats, actually I can negate this and change his monster to defense position, but I actually want him to attack Vijam because I want this to negate it. But I mean, yeah, I'll save my negate for later. I'll let him draw. They're going to activate Circle, which Circle is quite dangerous because it means that Dark Magician can continue to banish stuff now. And things are not looking great for us, if I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, he's going to go to battle phase, and it's a Vijam. We're going to activate Vijam, put it in the back row, and we're going to negate his monster permanently. The Dark Magicians can be annoying, especially if they're playing Dark Magician Girl, because then it floats. And like I said, noobs always play the Dark Magician Girl. Not only do they play Dark Magician Girl, they play multiple Dark Magician Girls, so that can be really annoying. He obviously drew a lot there, especially off the Dark Magicians, the Soul Servant, all of that stuff. And he has Circle and he has Eternal Soul in the loop right now, which is scary because that is usually the winning combo. And we don't play back row removal really in our deck, just because we just can't really afford to. And our best back row removal, I believe, is like Twister. So Memories of an Adversary is going to resolve. We're going to be able to special summon back Fenrir. Now, Fenrir is good, but the issue with Fenrir is that our opponent has... The issue with Fenrir is that our opponent has Circle and Eternal Soul. So, the best thing we could do is race to that battle phase and attack as quickly as possible. That's probably the best thing that we can do. We're going to activate this effect to banish his Dark Magicians. He's going to activate, obviously, Eternal Soul. Like, I couldn't really do anything else. I wanted to banish the circle, but replay. Yeah, let's replay. Let's replay. He can block this attack and he can Eternal Soul, which does suck. But I mean, we have no other choice here right now. To be able to special summon and banish, with the Fenrir. We really didn't have any other choice. He shouldn't even have let us get this far, if we're being honest, because. Yeah, he shouldn't have even let us get that far. He should have, as soon as, like, in main phase, he could have stopped that. We're going to main phase 2. We're going to summon this out here. And I think we just pass on this. I don't see the point in setting Mr. Nefariousness, so we'll just set here. Yeah, we'll just pass on this, and this should be good enough. And hopefully they don't get too much into their Dark Magician stuff. They do have a lot of advantage, so that's the scary part for us. We have to do a lot in a very small bit of time. But with Dark Magician in play, this can be really scary for us. But we've done so far fairly decently. So we've got Kashtira Fenrir. We banished his Dark Magicians. We didn't let it float. Like we accomplished a lot so far. Dark Magical. Okay, that sucks. So I should have 100% activated that memory loss. Perhaps it would have avoided all of this. But I think that should wrap up the game now. Because, I mean, what kind of maniac sets Dark Magical Circle? Why would he do that? Why is he playing with our feelings? What is going on with this guy? Like, what kind of... And of course, and like I said, of course he's playing Dark Magician, girl. All the noobs always do. Of course he... like, why the hell did he set that card? Oh, now he's got this, of course. Isn't it incredible that no matter how many bricks a noob plays, they never brick? They never freaking brick! And that should wrap it up. That sucks. I mean, it's a loss. It's a loss. You really can't do anything about it. Maybe I should have negated the Dark Magicians. So here's our opponent's deck. Absolutely full of bricks. Full of things that don't make sense. We've got a Maxi, a singular Maxi, 2 Ash Blossoms. Why is there 2? Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know why there's 2 Ash Blossoms. We've got 3 total Kashtira cards. Why 3? I couldn't answer it. Eye of Timaeus. Branded Fusion. It's incredible. These guys never brick. I don't understand how you can build a deck with so many bricks and still not brick. Alright, we just won the coin flip. I am playing at absolute peak hours right now. So things are a little bit scary, but this is a hand that goes in 2 different directions. We've got Time Thief and we've got Barrier Statue. Barrier Statue is more likely to cause a rage quit, so I'm probably going to do that. Time Thief would have been pretty good too. Time Thief would have been, we could have done that. I think I'm just going to end on this here. Like I said, Time Thief is easy because we have 2 spellcasters and we have Run Ryu. Now the problem is we wouldn't have been able to get to this. Our hands often can get to a Link 3, but have trouble getting beyond a Link 3. We can get to like a Link 2, a Rank 4, or a Link 3. But yeah, it's a little rough getting to anything beyond that. Our opponent's setting, so that's already like maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. If they're playing Cyber Dragon, this could be like a good thing. I just saw the Infinity here. I don't know what they're actually playing. Tiamaton is another card that in concept is pretty good, but it's good in theory, Tiamaton, because we can't really use it right now anyway. So we're just going to go to battle phase. We're going to attack twice, and now we have another turn here of attacks, so we're going to pass on that. Hopefully they just have a really... Just a hand of things they can't summon. That would be ideal for us. I don't know what this back row is. It's probably bluffs based on the fact that he didn't activate a single thing. If this was Labyrinth, we would have been in serious trouble already. And then, like I said, we have 2 special summons in hand that we can't really use right now, but it's fine. It's a Galaxy Wizard, which doesn't do anything right now. He wasted his normal summon, so we probably have another turn of attacks here. That's good. A Galaxy, I can understand now why he's having trouble, because Galaxy does have a lot of cards that its little monsters have to like special summon themselves, and its big monsters have to special summon themselves also. So now I understand why he's having trouble in this duel. So we have Unbreakable Spirit. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So now we can summon, actually Run Ryu's more attack. So we go Run Ryu. We're trying to wrap this up right now. I'm not even going to go into Time Thief. I don't see a point in going to... Not Time... I can't go into Time Thief. There's no point to go into the other card. There's no point right now to go into this right here because, I mean, we got to spread ourselves. we'll set this and we'll just pass on what we have here. Like I said, I don't see a point. What does suck is that we can't activate Unbreakable Spirit. There's no way where I can activate her. Unbreakable Spirit's a really good card, but it's really been like a really good card in a lot of situations. But sometimes it just doesn't come up quite as often. Finally, we draw a Dimensional Prison with Barrier Statue, the killer combo. So that thing's gone, and essentially if he has no other out right now, it's the end of the game, which is phenomenal for us. This can add a Photon or Galaxy card. Galaxy gets so much support that does the same thing as previous cards that already exist. Like, there's so many ways to search a Galaxy or Photon card, it's almost kind of like unbelievable. Galaxy Wizard does it, this thing does it. Then there's other cards like Trance and stuff. Then there's like some Exceed monsters that do it. This isn't good. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can skip your next battle phase, special summon this card. I guess this would have to special summon, so he can also add a Photon or Galaxy card. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's a million ways this lets you send, that lets you add. There's so many different ways to add Galaxy Ice cards. Now, the good thing about this is this will allow him to search, but this has to, you can activate skip your next battle phase, special summon this card from your hand and the battle phase. This needs to end the battle phase. He just added, I believe it was that Photon Sanctuary, which doesn't really do anything because it, again, special summons light monsters, so that won't help him right now. So I think we just go to battle phase, and yeah, let me read this before something funny happens. Yeah, this doesn't do anything either, so I think we just go to battle phase here. Then we just go to battle phase, attack with this. He can't activate this, and that's it. We won. Nice, solid. Solid wins. What our deck is designed to do. I mean, that's what our deck does. Now, it did turn off some of our stuff, but it's fine because we won. Okay, so we got no legacy tickets, unfortunately. We've got Water Magician, which is not really a usable card. I mean, it's a level 2, it's a level 4 Water Aqua 1400. Not the worst stats in the world. Honestly, we just have better cards at this point, but it's better than a lot of the legacy stats, honestly. Alright, so this is our opponent's deck. Pretty standard Galaxy deck. And like I said, there's so many ways to search. This searches, I believe this searches, this searches, this searches, this places, equips or something, add a Photon, this searches. The deck has so many cards that do the exact same thing. It really needs something more. Alright, time for the most exciting part of the show for some people, and I like it. I certainly like it. It's definitely up there. This and dueling. Really close duel. Cybernetic Fusion. Obviously, we don't have the fusions for that. We have a second copy of Bambuku. Dark Nephthys. If I remember correctly, this isn't really usable. If you have 3 or more Dark Monsters Graveyard, and this card is in your hand, you can banish 2 of them, send this card from your hand to the graveyard, and then special summon it during the next standby. And then you can target. So basically, it's like the regular Nephthys, but it can actually special summon itself. So in a dark deck, this actually isn't bad, but you have to have 3 dark monsters. And this is actually kind of slow because you have to send it to the graveyard, banish 2 dark monsters, and then it only comes back during the next standby phase. So this card is actually really, really slow. Photon Thrasher is a great card. It's a free special summon. It is going in our deck. I mean, I can't. I'm going to find something to take out. I'm going to put this in. This is a free level 4 special summon. It's exactly what our deck needs. So that's going in the deck. Mars is not really a usable card because we don't have any of the other stuff. I have never read this card, so it might actually be good. Okay, so this is not it, but there is a Gizmek that is actually good for us. This is not that Gizmek. I don't remember which one it is, but there's one Gizmek that lets you, like, I think it's the Earth Fox. It lets you, like, summon or search from your hand the barrier statue. If I remember correctly, there is one that out there that is good. I don't remember which one it is. Photon Thrasher so far is our best pull. This 2 water monsters. This is actually not a bad card either. It's just we don't really have a strong water-based deck. We have a lot of good, we have not a lot, but we have some good water-based stuff like Ice Jade Tremora. We have the Marincess Link 2 we pulled in like episode 1. We have some good stuff, but unfortunately this isn't quite usable yet. And then our last card, Broken Line, is pretty good actually. This is a good trap that is good like going second. Basically what this does is, as long as a card is activated in the same column as a column that you set this card in, it can basically negate anything for free. So going second, it's actually a good effect because you can set into a column where your opponent has a card. So this is a pretty decent going second counter trap. It's quite nice. Because you can actually, like if you see your opponent has this card set in the middle column, you just set this in that same middle column, pass, and then when they activate their card, you can negate its activation, so that can be pretty good. Photon Thrasher is pretty good, so we have 2 pulls that are pretty good, and then this is actually quite decent, but just, again, time-wise, we just don't have the cards to really use it right now, so some of the cards are actually going in the deck. Alright, so I think I'm going to try out the Broken Line, and I think I'm going to try out the Photon Thrasher. I think these 2 cards I want to try out. I don't know yet what to remove. I'm honestly thinking about removing Yugioh, honestly, just temporarily. I'm gonna take him out for 1 game. We're gonna not for 1 game, but like I'm gonna take him out for the rest of the episode. But I'm gonna see how it goes without him, because sometimes we do have situations where, because we only play 1 Yugioh, like we'll draw it in an opening hand, and in opening hand sometimes Yugioh will actually do nothing. Yugioh is good when you summon them off the trap card, but sometimes when you just summon them, just set them face down, sometimes he can actually be kind of an underwhelming card in a starting hand, and he's really underwhelming going second sometimes. So maybe until we can get 3 Yugiohs, because we already have 2 of the trap card, until we can get 3 Yugiohs, he might have to sit the bench, go into some player development, and then maybe he'll come back later on. But for now, I just want to try different things again. So I'll save this and I'll go play it. Listen, it brings a tear to my eyes because this guy's essentially been like a superhero to us in so many different ways. But I'm sure he'll be back. No, he'll be back. I'll find something else to replace and I'll bring him back. All right, we just lost the coin flip, but our opponent chose for us to go first, which is a little concerning because they have an Ancient Gear mate. But nevertheless, it's fine. Our hand is quite good, and again, already Photon Thrasher is coming up. More than Yugioh, because if you think of it, let's replace Yugioh with Photon Thrasher in this hand. What are we doing? It would have been a dead hand. It would have been like normal summon Adamantipator pass. That would have been our hand. So we'll try this out. We're going to normal summon the Adamantipator, and we're going to activate its effect because we want, scare our opponent, but our opponent doesn't have anything, so it's fine. So I think now that we scared him, I think we just go, it doesn't matter what we really put, but I think we just go into Cyber Slash is a cool option, but I think we just go into Time Thief, Redoer, and just pass on this. We go Time Thief and then set the ledger book. So we have 1 interruption, but it's not a bad interruption. Plus we have Iron Dragon, because as long as he puts anything in this column, we have a quick effect Iron Dragon. So we have a potential, we have 2 guaranteed interruptions, and then we have a potential 3 and 4. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what he's playing, but we've got a number of interruptions, so we'll see what we pull off the top with this Time Thief. Hopefully it's a trap. Perfect, actually. That's the best thing you could possibly pull. And then we've got Iron Dragon, so if he sets anything here, we could potentially pop back row, pop monsters, whatever we have to do. Alright, so our opponent's going to activate Raigeki. That does suck, so we're going to have to respond, and I have to respond. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I have to respond. So we're going to activate Time Thief, we're going to detach one of our monsters, and we're going to make him disappear for a little while. So the trap card we got off the top of that, kind of pointless. And now Iron Dragon's less useful, but I guess he wasted one of his destruction cards. So our opponent is going to activate a Machina card, which is this. Okay, he is playing things in this column. He is playing a Machina deck with probably some level of Ancient Gears, but I don't know how many. But he is playing a Machina deck, which can be scary. We do have an interruption remaining, which is good. So we'll be able to potentially do something here. He's gonna search the Dark Monster, which I believe send this card, target one, yeah, and then he's gonna search that. I think when that's searched, he gets to like search another one, like the Reveal or something like that. Yeah, Reveal, search another one. Oh no, he gets to special summon it. So he's playing Earth Machines, which is a good deck actually. So I have to deal with this. I am going to make some stuff disappear, but I don't think I'm going to make it disappear yet. Making things disappear, like the Ledger Book, is actually quite good against his deck in particular. And he's going to send the Ruin Force to the graveyard. And this card is quite easy to summon. And he can negate anything in the battle phase by paying half his life points. Again, a pretty good effect in our deck as we have a lot of battle traps and stuff like that. Normally this card actually kind of sucks, but it's quite good in this situation. So he's going to summon out a fortress. Now I could make the fortress disappear, but then he's still got this stuff because he has enough for this. So we'll see what else he has to do here. And now he's going to summon out another of the dark dude. This card's normal summoned. You can special summon one from the graveyard. And you can summon Citadel back, which Citadel's pretty good. And he's going to target Citadel. No, never mind. He's not targeting Citadel. He's targeting the Scavenger. Alright, so he's going to be able to target 2 monsters, our monster, and a ledger book, and he's going to be able to bounce both. So, I mean, I have no choice. I kind of have to do this. So I'm going to target this, and probably this card, and then he's going to bounce this to the hand and bounce, well, our card's not going to get bounced. So we're going to banish those 2. He's going to gain 2,000. That's going to get bounced back to the hand, and now he has 1 monster on field, but he can still go into the Ruin Force. Unfortunately, he can still go into Ruin Force, so that's rough for us. Right, he's going to summon Ruin Force out, so he's at a very high offense here. He's got, what is that, 76? So we're left at 400 life points. I don't know how well we're going to do here, but 400 life points. Very good at all. We have both effects coming back now. Time Thief and the Ledger Book, so he gets his monsters back. I get my Time Thief back. I didn't get to use the Trap card effect, but it's whatever. Things happen. And he's going to play around the Iron Dragon. He just plays around the Iron Dragon by chance, which is kind of crazy. We're going to activate this to grab something off the top of his deck. And we're going to grab a spell. That's not bad. It's a Dark World Dealings. Okay. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Draw now. See what else I can potentially get here. If I can get to a Spellcaster, then this card is not that bad, actually. I just looked at it. I realized it wasn't that bad. The annoying one is the Ruin Force. The Ruin Force is going to be tough. I mean, we have... Oof. Hello. That's kind of lucky. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So. Alright, so I think Lightning Storm is the right move here. Now, the issue is I don't know what to discard. I guess we just discard this dude. Here is what we discard. I think that's the best card to discard. Is everything else... I mean, what's the dead card in our hand? Technically, it's Iron Dragon, because if we destroy all this, we can't do anything. But at the same time, Dragoody's is... Yeah, Dragoody's kind of dead right now, too. So I think we go... I guess we special summon first, right? Yeah, we special summon first. So we're going to set this here. And then we're going to normal summon the Inkari Fire here. Now, he has a quick effect somewhere here. I think it's the one to gain attack or something, but we should be fine. Okay, so now we're going to activate the Iron Dragon. Yeah, we're going to activate the Iron Dragon. Oof. I mean, the problem is when this card's destroyed, he's going to be able to special summon banished Machina monsters, which kind of sucks. Because then he's going to be able to special summon this back out. Yeah, I don't think we could possibly win this. I have to destroy this now because I want him to trigger this effect. So we're going to summon this here and we're going to activate this to destroy this. Now he's going to trigger the Ruin Force effect because it was destroyed, and he's going to be able to special summon this stuff back. And now hopefully I use Lightning Vortex on the new stuff, because if I use Lightning Vortex on the new stuff, he can't summon 2 either because I blocked this column. And now we go and activate the Lightning Vortex. And we discard this and we destroy everything on his board. Hopefully that'll work out. He does have the Citadel, which again, there's nothing we could do about the Citadel. It happens. So we're both going to just wipe each other's boards. And that does suck, but there's nothing really that I could do here. There's no monster that I could really go into that would have helped that situation. So I guess we just cleared each other's boards, and next turn he just beats us. Yeah, now he's going to be able to special summon that. Yeah, we just lose. Yeah, we just had too much destruction, and we didn't have... Yeah, we had too much destruction, and we didn't have anything really useful. Now our board is cleared. We don't have any floaters, and he has a bunch of floaters. Yep, we lost. Nothing we could do there. Yeah, all of his cards just floated. I mean, nothing we could really do. All we had was destruction. He kept floating, and he had the Raigeki for our non-destruction removal. Alright, we just won the coin. No, we lost the coin flip. Our opponent made us go first. Our hand is looking, again, it's like very playable here. This is like quite decent because we've got Spellcaster, a free special summon, and then 2 kind of like follow-up monsters, I want to say, but we have plays, which is nice. So we're going to summon this, and then we're going to special summon the Inari Fire out if our opponent doesn't have a response here. So we're going to special summon this. It's a free special summon, meaning it's like an inherent special summon. So even if he had max C, he'd activate it. It's not an effect, so it's too late to activate it. So now we're going to go Time Thief. I don't know what he has in his hand. He could have a max C, he could have an Effect Veiler, he could have any number of things. So I guess we'll see what our opponent has. Summon out this Time Thief. We'll set this Crackdown. We'll just pass here. I mean, that's, again, the best board that we've got right now. It's better than most Masochist boards, though, I'll say that. He's going to Gizmek Orochi. This is not a good card for us to see. Gizmek Orochi is annoying. So I guess he's going to Gizmek us, but, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? I mean, it could be a Snake Eye card. So I'd rather see Gizmek Orochi than a Snake Eye card. We're going to see what we grab off the top of our opponent's deck in a moment. But right now, Snake Eye is the last deck that we want to play, and something like this is actually quite nice to see. So we're going to activate this Time Thief to grab a card off our opponent's deck and see what we get. We got a monster. I don't know why we never get the right cards in the right situations, but yeah, he's probably playing some sort of going second synchro deck. So he's got stuff like Deep Sea Diva, and he's got level 8. So he's got level 8s, and then he's got level 2s. Level 2 tuners, and then level 8 just special summons. So he's got free level 8 special summons free. And he's going to activate another Gizmek. Wow, okay. So he's got 2 Gizmeks already. So I guess we'll deal with the 2 Gizmeks. Plus he's probably got board breakers. So it's not a terrible like matchup, a terrible situation, but at the same time it's you know, he can create a lot of advantage very easily, because I mean he's already up, he's 7 cards right now. He's doing quite well for himself. He's already +1. He's going to Kaiju our monster. So now we have Godarla. Depending on what he can make right now, if he can make the light dude, what's his name, he's going to keep playing here, which isn't very good for us. But as long as he can get to what's his name, the big dude, the main central guy in his extra deck, the one that it's 2 level 8s, and then he can summon a monster from the extra deck using his monster. I forget what it's called. Maybe he'll bring it out, but that card can end us. But he has another, man, this guy's lucky. He has 2 Danger Thunderbirds. Hopefully neither of them get hit, because we can't afford for that to happen right now. Oh, good, they don't get hit, which neither of them get hit, because popping this back row is the only thing like saving us right now. But he's got a ton of level 8s already, with rough. He's going to Change of Heart. Okay. He's going to Change of Heart. Nothing I can do there. I guess we have to live with it. He's going to Change of Heart. Now, if we play this somewhat intelligently, we can, like, if he goes to battle phase, it sucks for, you know, if we play this somewhat intelligently, we could deal with this a little bit here. As long as I want him to attack with these 2 first, and then I can steal 1, and then the rest of his attacks are essentially, like, negated. It would be crazy if we had, like, not a storming Mirror Force. If we had just a Mirror Force in general, it would be a crazy Mirror Force. There's not a lot of negates of, there's not a lot of negates of trap effects in these rank 8 decks, which is good. He's going to summon Vampire. It's going to be able to mill from both of our decks. He's going to go, that's the one I was talking about, Draglubion. He's going to summon Draglubion. Draglubion can't be targeted, but he can summon a monster that, what is it called? He's going to summon a monster. It's a light monster that cannot, that basically gains attack for all the ranks on the field. Number 100, I forget what the thing is. This is 97. He's going to summon number 100. It's going to come out here with 17,000 attack because, yeah, there it is. 17,000 attack because he has 881, but this can be targeted, but this cannot be targeted. But we can just steal this monster in the battle phase because this is the only monster that can actually attack. Good for us. And I think we're just going to be able to steal it. And then when he gets it back, yeah, I'm just going to take it. When he goes to battle phase, I'm going to have the monster, so it's fine with us. So he's going to directly attack us. We're going to activate Crackdown to take his Draglubion. And Drulubion goes on our side of the field now. So, unfortunately, we can't special summon the Analyzer because we control a monster. But we'll see what we can accomplish here. We are the see if we can get into a Mekk-Knight Crusader Avermax, I think we can put ourselves in a good situation. But at the same time, he has a lot of kaiju, so the Mekk-Knight Crusader Avermax may do absolutely nothing anyway. Unbreakable Spirit's pretty good, actually. Actually, a fairly good card right now. I have to see how to play this out. We can get to at least a Link 3. That's what we can do. We can get to at least a Link 3, and that's about it. Unfortunately, that's where we're locked at. Because I can search Arborea. How much defense does Arborea have, actually? Does she have 1,500 defense or more? Never mind, I can't search Arborea because Arborea is 1,500 or less defense. So Witch of the Black Forest wouldn't be able to search it anyway. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. And this is going to go back to 0 soon, so I think we just switch this to defense. We switch that to defense, and with the Unbreakable Spirit, believe it or not, I think we just summon this in attack mode. Or no, we can't really summon it in attack mode. I mean, I guess we just set this. We just set the Unbreakable Spirit, and we just pass here. I think that's our best bet. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. I mean, we can't go into any Link plays right now. And he's going to Gizmek Orochi. Got 4 cards left, so if we can somehow survive this, I don't think we're going to survive this. Yeah, we're not going to survive this turn. I mean, if we survive this, we have to survive 4 more turns. I don't think we're going to survive. I think this one's a wrap. I don't think we're surviving this. There's not much left that we could do there. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Our opponent chose for us to go second, and now he's summoning a Catapult Turtle, which is a Gaia the Fierce Knight card. This is a very going second deck. I have no idea why he chose for us to go second when this is the deck that he's playing. This is just complete foolishness, but I'm actually glad to see this because this is the kind of deck that we can probably beat. So I am happy to see what I'm seeing right now. We have some Battle Traps, which unfortunately Battle Traps, his Field Spell will prevent us from activating Battle Traps or any cards during the battle phase as long as he controls a Gaia the Dragon Champion or a card that counts as Gaia the Dragon Champion. So this can be, 2 of our cards here can be kind of dead. That's a good card. I have no idea why would he make us go first? This is like the most going second deck in the history of time. Like this, it is one trap card that pops 1 card. That's all it does. Everything else is a going first card. So, I mean, it's a going second card. I have no idea what this guy's doing in terms of deck building. I guess we'll take a look afterwards. He's going to activate Spiral Fusion, which is their fusion spell. He can fuse, I guess, these 2, and then go into the Gaia the Dragon Champion 2, the new version of it, not the old one, because obviously, yeah, there it is. This one, Gaia the Magical Dragon Knight. This card's really cool. He's 5,200 attack, and when he does piercing, we can draw 2. He can draw 2 cards, discard 1. He becomes Gaia the Dragon Champion during the main phase quick effect. He has another effect here. Target 1 other card on the field that loses 2,600. Destroys an opponent's monster by battle. It gains 2,600. Okay, it's like an obsession with 2,600. All right, so what can we do here? I don't believe we can get to, based on what I'm seeing here, I don't think we can get to because if we could get to Mekk-Knight Crusader Avermax, we could just not even have to worry about anything. We just win the duel if we can get to that. But I don't believe we can do that right now. But I do believe that we can do some other stuff. We have Dragudi, so we can cut this in half. So first things first, let's special summon this dude, because I think he's better on the field than he is in our hand. So let's special summon this dude. And then we have other plays here that we can do. We can banish a card from his graveyard, and then we can summon Bestial Magnamut. And at the end phase, we can search something else. He's going to activate this to reveal 3, which is fine. He's going to reveal 3. I think I'm going to pick 1 and something like that. And then he gets added to his hand. We don't really have control over this, so we're just going to let him do this. This is like a Blackluster Soldier mixed deck. This is a really like a slow search card. This is actually really not good in terms of search cards. It lets you reveal 3 warrior monsters and 1 Blackluster Soldier, and then we randomly pick 1, which is like, again, it's so incredibly slow. It's a search card that doesn't guarantee you the card that you want, and on top of it, it's a trap card. It's like everything about it is like not good. It's like Bingo Machine Go, but on a trap card. He's playing the original Guy of the Fear. I kind of like this guy. He's playing the original Guy of the Fierce, and I hope I pick it. Nope. It's the other ones. Alright, so we have access to Bestial Magnamut here, which Bestial Magnamut does not out this, because this will cut in half and it'll go to 26, and Bestial Magnamut's 25. So that's not enough right now. We're going to activate the effect of Bestial Magnamut to banish... which one of these floats? If this card's summoned, I guess we can get rid of this one just in case he has another copy of the Knight. This one technically is better. This one has a graveyard effect, so we'll banish this one. And we'll banish that to special summon the Bestial Magnamut. I'll summon that in defense. I'm going to activate this. I'm going to build up until we get to a Crusadia. I don't think I want to go into Time... Actually, I can go into Time Thief here. So I'm going to summon that. I think I want to go into Time Thief. I can pop this card if I want to. Why did I... Yeah, okay. No, never mind. I was thinking about some other things in my life. Hold on. I think I want to go into Time Thief anyway. It's just the intelligent thing to do in almost all situations. Because just in case our opponent, gets to like a weird place, we want to be able to go into Time Thief. And or I can go into Time Thief, or I can just sit on this. But I think it's better to go into the Time Thief. So we go into Time Thief, because almost always it's good to go into Time Thief. And I can't get to... Yeah, I can't get to anything beyond what I have on the field. So I'm going to go into Time Thief, because if I pull trap cards off the top, it's good for us. So I'm going to go to Time Thief. And I'm going to activate Messenger of Peace and set Threatening Roar in the correct columns. I'm not too worried, as much worried about this dude as I am about other stuff. I shouldn't have summoned Bestial Magnamut here. I should have summoned Bestial Magnamut here. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Because we'll be able to out this dude no problem later as this time goes on. Yeah, he's going to lose, and then I'm just going to chain this immediately. So he's going to activate that. He's going to lose 2600 attack, and I'm going to chain this immediately. And... he's still going to lose 2600 attack, so that's good. Now, if I had known that, I would have just summoned in attack mode, but I guess we can't do that now. So I'm going to activate the Messenger of Peace, and I'm going to set this right here down the middle, and we're just going to pass. I'm just going to go to his turn. He has, I think he just searched the Beginning Knight, or this dude right here. He searched another one of these, so I'm going to activate and trigger both of these effects. I'm going to search the Tiamaton, and I'm going to add Time Thief. So as far as advantage goes, we're actually winning this duel, which is rather nice. We're winning the duel in terms of advantage, and next turn we have access to Mr. Crusadia Avermax, which I don't believe that his deck even has an out to Crusadia Avermax, because he just keeps gaining attack and gaining attack, but we gain attack also. So it's fine. We're going to activate this to take a card off the top. Hopefully it's a trap card, because then we're just done here. We get a monster, which is cool because we could float. This guy, yeah, I actually like this guy's deck. He's playing like all of the original. I wouldn't, I'll be honest with you, I play the Guy deck sometimes. It's a really fun deck. But I wouldn't have played like Swift Guy, the Fierce Knight, and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't play this, but it's a fun deck, but he could definitely cut some stuff for sure. He's going to summon the Turtle, which is, I mean, he's going to be able to get into other stuff. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, is this a quick effect? Tribute one monster, and then he can special summon. So we're going to turn Chaining on. We're going to activate Time Thief. I'm going to activate Time Thief to move itself out of the way. This is not a quick effect, and I'm going to deal with this Artillery Turtle. So he's going to activate that. We're going to move Time Thief out of the way. And now we're going to activate the Iron Dragon before he can do anything else. I'm going to activate Iron Dragon, and we're going to pop this Turtle here. If he gives us an opportunity. The only effect he has right now is this, so... if he uses it again, then his attack goes down to 0, which then we can just out him with literally any monster. So now we're going to activate this to pop the Artillery Turtle, and then he won't be able to special summon from deck. Artillery Turtle is like a very good card. It searches essentially is like almost his entire archetype. So it's not even searches his archetype. It basically summons from deck his entire archetype. So that's fine. So we're going to leave that. Now we can turn the Chaining off, because it's going to keep prompting me about the Threatening Roar. But we're in a very good position here. He's going to go battle phase. He can't attack, so He can go to battle phase, but he can't attack. He'll realize it in a moment, and then he'll move on. This card's kind of, I want to say it's like kind of dangerous. If anybody, by the way, if anyone's ever seen this card in Ultimate Rare, is the nicest looking Ultimate Rare of all time. It's literally the greatest Ultimate Rare ever. It is just a beautiful card. But this card's actually quite good, but right now it's not doing anything. So it's a good thing we saved our Time Thief. As long as he can't attack, this card does nothing. He can pop things, which is, I would say, fairly dangerous. But yeah, it's fairly dangerous because he can pop things. But like I said, he's only got 100 more. Chaos Angel is randomly a crazy card for us to pull because we have the level 6, we have the level 4. If we pulled a Chaos Angel, this would be a Chaos Angel. I'd banish this and we'd move on with our lives. We'd already be winning this duel. Alright, he's going to go to main phase. His connection's been absolutely garbage the entire time. I don't know what he probably has Xfinity. I don't know what he has, but his connection's been terrible. It's like, look at this, it's just non-stop. He's on like 2 bars. Crackdown's pretty good. Actually, I might do the Messenger of Peace stuff one more turn, Crackdown on his end phase, and then win the duel that way. I think that might be the better way to do it. So I'm going to activate Time Thief. I'm going to get something. Yeah, I think the smarter play... Yeah, that's not bad. Ashblood. Okay, so he has 1 card. I think the smarter thing to do is to pay the cost, or the maintenance cost on this. Yes, because we won't lose next turn no matter what, because we have Threatening Roar. And then I think we just set Crackdown. We can go into Crusadia Avermax, like I said, but he can at any point just pop something. So I'm just going to set this, and I think I'm just going to pass here. I'm going to pass on what I've got. I will take this on his end phase. And then next turn, I won't pay Messenger of Peace, and I'll just go to battle phase and hopefully win this duel. Yeah, I think that's the better plan. Alright, so we're going to activate Time Thief to get a free card off the top of his deck. Again, hopefully it's a trap card, because then we can just really just end this duel. It's a trap card. It's a spell. Spell's cool, too. Spell lets you draw, so that's cool, too. He can attack actually twice per turn, too. I just realized that. So this guy, we really can't let him attack. He can attack twice in 1 turn. He's going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster, which is actually kind of fine because we have Threatening Roar. We have Threatening Roar, so that's good. So the Harpy's Feather Duster is not going to end this, and there's nothing you can do about the Threatening Roar. I mean, it's gonna resolve. It's a trap card. And then we're going to activate Crackdown for no reason. I just like to do it. Maybe I like to scare people into doing dumb stuff. So sometimes you activate something and they don't read it. They just like respond immediately like, oh, my monster got dark. And they'll do something stupid. So sometimes it's good to activate random stuff to see if our opponent reacts in a weird way. Yep, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking, right? Now he's going to react in a weird way. He's going to activate this effect to target and destroy a card. He's going to make himself 0 for no reason. For absolutely no reason. He just got spooked. Great. We snuck up on him. He had no idea we were walking over, and we just spooked him. Now he's going to reduce. He's going to... Like, what does that help? He's popping our Bestial Magnum. Who cares? Who cares? And now he has a 0 attack monster, and we're going to take his monster for a second, and it's going to get... Our card's going to get popped, and he's going to get it right back anyway. So... there go our cards, and now he's going to get back the Gaia, the Dragon Champion, momentarily here. Now he gets it right back to his side of the field. He still can't attack this turn, and on top of that, he's 0 attack permanently. He can't do anything. He's 2100 defense, 0 attack, but we have Dragoodies, and he doesn't have anything else to get this any more attacks, so that's good. Our opponent's going to set a random card face down. So he's got essentially 3 cards left in this game. We're both down to 3 cards. Pretty epic, but I'm about to draw. And I'm going to draw again in the draw phase. So I'm going to activate this, detaching just the Spiral Fusion. I'm going to get to draw a card. That's great. So I'm going to be able to draw again here. And then depending on what I get off the top of his thing, I'm going to be able to draw once again, hopefully. Or put a card on the top of his deck. Either one would be really good. I would love to put a card on the top of his deck right now, because that could put us in a really good situation if we do that. So we're going to do that. We're going to get a monster. We have the Arisen. Okay, so we have Sakuretsu Armor, and we have some other stuff here. So our hand is pretty good. We can go into a rank 4. That's what we can do. Knowing him, he probably plays like a Raigeki or something. He's probably playing some goofy stuff, but... I think I would rather keep Time Thief on board right now, and I would rather go into this dude, because then I can pop stuff, but I don't know what he's got face down here. So we're going to set a monster right here, And then we're going to activate the effect of the Penguin Squire. Penguin Squire to special summon itself 100. Yes, we want to change the level by 1. Now we're going to activate the effect, flip this face up, and I think now we go into the Sue ship. Actually, is probably the best idea is the Sue ship. We can go again. We can go into Crusadia Avermax, but at this point I'd rather keep the Time Thief redo, or he's just doing too much for us. So I think I'm just going to go for the Sue ship with these two. I'm going to go Sue ship, and then I'm going to try to pop this, depending on what this face down card is. Because obviously, depending on that, we can do a lot or a little here. So we're going to go to battle phase. I don't know what quick effect he even has left to activate here. Maybe it's a graveyard effect. I don't see it. All right. So we're going to attack over the Gaia. Hopefully we get rid of this Gaia. So we're going to attack over his Gaia monster. Next, we're going to attack over his face down monster here. Just 1200 defense, fine. And then we're going to attack over this, and we're going to get rid of the Spiral Spear Strike. And Spiral Spear Strike is actually searchable anyway, so I don't remember if he searched it or drew it or what, but this card's actually, yeah, I think he searched it with some other card. But Spiral Spear Strike is actually searchable with another card. It's actually searchable with an extra deck card. There's a fusion monster that searches Spiral Spear Strike in their deck. So I don't even know why he searched it through the dragon. But I think we're actually in good shape here. Imagine if we had Zeus right now. That would be crazy. Okay, so we're gonna activate this. See what we grab off the top. Hopefully, grab something quite excellent. Grab something. It's a spell. Another Spiral Fusion. So officially, he's got 2 Spiral Fusions in the graveyard and 1 underneath our Time Thief. So he can't even fusion summon right now, which is kind of crazy. We've done this before to people with our Time Thief, where I remember one time we took all the Gren Manju monsters, and this time now we've taken all of the fusion spells, so he doesn't have any fusion spells. This lets him special summon from the graveyard. He can target a dragon, but if you remember correctly, we actually banished the dragon a long time ago with our Bestial Magnamut for this exact reason. We played around this. So he has this on the field, and the 2300 attack, he can attack over either one of our monsters. Pretty good for him, except we have Sakuretsu armor. So we have the checkmate right now. We have a checkmate going on here. He's going to go to battle phase. Might as well say goodbye to his monster. He's going to try to attack our Sue ship. We're going to Sakuretsu armor. I don't believe he has any protection whatsoever, so his monster's going to get popped, and we have more than enough on board. We have 66 on board, so this should be the end of this duel. So end phase, we're going to activate. Why not? Let's activate, detach, draw. Why not? Let's draw a card. Wow, Deep Prison. Okay. Our hand's really good. Oh, I mean, if it wasn't already game, this is good stuff. If it wasn't already game. Time Thief has just been crazy. Why not? Why not? Let's use Time Thief. Why not? Yeah, Time Thief has just been crazy for us. He's actually playing this one too, Curse of Dragonfire. We actually have that card, funny enough. We have Curse of Dragonfire in our deck. So we're just going to go to battle phase now, and I think this is pretty much the end of the duel. There's nothing really left for our opponent to do. I don't think he's got any graveyard activations. I don't know why it keeps like going so slowly, but I think this is pretty much the end of the duel. He has nothing left to play, nothing left to do, and we won. It's great. We beat a constructed deck. I have no idea why he chose to go first with the deck that he was playing. Here we go. We have 2 legacy tickets this time around. Great, nice. All right, here's what we've got. Our opponent is playing this deck. It's pretty much like the starter deck. You could definitely improve on this deck. We can all agree you can improve on this deck. There's a lot going on here that's not quite as good as it should be. It looks like just a couple of structure decks, which again, this deck you could definitely improve on. You got to take this stuff out, probably take out the Curse of Dragon. Unfortunately, Instant Fusion, this is one of the best cards in the entire deck, but Instant Fusion is banned in Master Duel, so this card is not as good. It sucks, but that's the reality. This is a really good card. I wish we could pull. It's actually really... But yeah, it's like I said, you can definitely improve this deck by taking out some of the bricks. Alright, let's open up this Master Pack. It's not glowing, but again, that's fine, because one of the best cards we could possibly pull is actually a non-hollow. I don't believe that this is usable, and we already have it. We've got Neospatian Air Hummingbird. Can't summon Air Neos. What's going on with Air Neos? We've got a Lightsworn equip, not really usable. X-Saber, it's a tuner. This isn't really that useful for us. Wrecker Panda is a level 2. It's one of those like level 2 beast cards. Again, I don't think it's too usable for us. Smile Potion. This card is potentially not bad, but it's way too specific. And then we've got this dude. So this card is like an interruption. It's something that, it's a quick effect to target one other face-up monster on the field, changes battle position, and return this card to the hand. So this is one of those cards that really early on would have probably been like an MVP for us, and it might still go in our dragon deck. I'm not huge on its level, for example. It could go in our dragon deck early on. Like I said, it could really have been a great card because it can give a monster piercing, and it's 1700. It's only level 3. It can attack even under gravity bind. We have gravity bind, but we don't really use it. And then it can basically change the battle position of a card and bounce itself to be reused to give another monster piercing. And the piercing is permanent too, which is kind of like, this card has a lot of cool stuff going for it. And then we've got this lets you tribute a Radioraptor monster, target 1, rank up spell, which we do have, but I mean that's a bit too slow. So other than this card, I don't think anything here is really usable. All right, let's open up 2 legacy tickets, see what we get here. One's glowing, but this has proven to not matter in the past. A glowing pack. It's a UR, so it's even better than a glowing pack. Alright, so first we've got this. This actually has an alternate art. What a random card to have an alternate art. Just a big face. And then we've got, for our ultra rare, we've got Curry Babylon, which is a anime card, a super anime card. This was in the Waking the Dragons part with Timaeus and all of them. I don't know how usable this is for us, but I know in that was a pretty cool card. Okay, so this card isn't like terrible. You can special summon it if you have more monsters in your graveyard than your opponent. If we're going first, this is basically always a free special summon. If we're going second, it's basically always not a free special summon. It's just a dead card in hand. It's level 5. If it was level 4, I probably would have played it because we have an easy time putting more monsters in the graveyard than our opponent. Only if we go first. And then the other card has to do with you can return this card to the hand, special summon 5 Curry monsters from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And it's not up to 5, it has to be 5, so we don't have all of these. So as of right now, this card's not usable whatsoever. This is one of those situations where a common would have been, in most cases, actually better than, like, another Sakuretsu armor would have been better than that. Flying Kamakiri is not that bad, and then Escalation of the Monarchs basically lets you tribute summon during your opponent's turn, but we have True Draco cards that already let us do that. It's not a bad card, it's just, I mean, it lets you tribute summon during your opponent's turn. It's not a bad card, it's just not, like, super usable for us either. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent is going first. Our hand's looking pretty good. We have Photon Thrasher, Runryu, Crowley. We have at least 3 special summons, plus we have Vortex and Paleozoic Deinonymiscus. So overall, our hand is actually quite nice. Alright, our opponent is playing Kashtira. We have Lightning Vortex, which, crazy enough, actually kind of beats Kashtira. So they've got the Primitive Planet, but they search the Scareclaw. Okay, so they're going to end on this. They are playing Scareclaw, actually. They're not even playing Kashtira. So overall, our hand is actually not that bad. We have access to a variety of things. So we have at least access to Time Thief here. Possibly more. I don't think we can do more than Time Thief. If Time Thief or a Link 3, we have that, which has been like what's been going on lately. It's Time Thief or Link 3. Photon Thrasher. I think we activate the Lightning Vortex because he has a really high defense monster. So I think we activate this. And I can discard something to destroy his monster. So I'm going to discard the Crowley to destroy his monster because I had no way to out it anyway. So I'm going to special summon out the Photon Thrasher, and then hopefully in a second here we just special summon, or I guess we could just normal summon the Runryu. I guess we normal summon Runryu, and now our opponent's going to max C us on the normal summon of the Runryu, which is a bit late, but I don't have really a choice. I kind of have to go into Time Thief. Actually, I can actually go into this and pop this, but I don't think that matters quite as much. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Time Thief. Now, I'm going to let my opponent draw 1, but I think it's fine to let your opponent draw 1. As long as we get to a Time Thief. Now we set a card and just go to end phase. So we're going to grab a card off the top of our opponent's deck. Hopefully it's something useful. It is a Vanadium Rhymeheart, which you wish it was a trap card, but it's not. It's going to activate to add a Kashtira. I think this intelligent thing to do right now would be activate Paleozoic Dinomischus, and we're going to target this. And that way we get to sort of like semi-negate his effect. We lose the Witch of the Black Forest, but I mean, we can stop this. We can stop a lot, because then he can't get to his other he doesn't get to his other Kashtira cards, and we actually slow him down significantly, because if he can get to his other better Kashtira cards, then we're in real trouble. So now he's going to go to end phase. I don't see the point of doing anything with our Time Thief. Hopefully we get something nice off of him now. Messenger of Peace is kind of whatever. Yeah, we get something off the top of this. Hopefully we get something useful. Because depending on how useful the card we get is, we could potentially clean this one up and win this game, depending on how useful the card we get off the top of his deck is. And he's going to scoop. Okay, he's going to scoop. I'm more than fine with that. I probably would have just activated the Messenger of Peace anyway, just to make sure that we don't get destroyed by a Kashtira card that's attacking. But, I mean, he scooped it up. Fine with me. Alright, we got 3 Legacy tickets. Well deserved. Alright, let's open up a Master Pack, and hopefully we get something nice and cool here. So we're going to open this up. It's glowing. Let's see what we get. Hopefully it's something cool. We haven't had one of those like crazy, like multiple glowing cards in a while. Alright, so this gives you an extra normal summon of a Swarm card, but we don't have enough of them yet. We have New World Stars, which is a Visa Starfrost card. We only have one Visa Starfrost, and we don't have any of the tuners or anything like that, or any of the other useful cards. This card's not bad, but we don't have the supporting cards to play it. Prisma's not bad. It's always been kind of a good card. We can reveal a fusion monster and then send a material, and then discard name becomes that. Pretty good actually for a lot of different decks, but just not for our deck right now. This is just an 1800 Dark World monster that is a normal monster. It probably goes, I have to check stat wise, but it probably actually goes in our normal monster deck. This is Sinful Archfiends. So this card can actually be a decent interruption. As I'm reading it, I'm starting to look at it. So basically, if our opponent has a ritual, they won't be able to special summon a ritual. If they have a synchro, they can't summon a synchro. This could be good, actually, against a lot of different decks. This could be good against a lot of different decks. And then also, it makes monsters that, if you have multiple of the same type, it makes all ritual synchro Exceed monsters, Link monsters gain 500 attack permanently, so that can actually be quite good. This is a decent like stun interruption card, but it's a little bit slow. And then we've got this card, which is obviously a Magical Musketeer card. It's their continuous card. We don't have enough of those. And then let's see what we get for this SR. Another Wee Witch. What are the chances? We get 2 Wee Witches. Yeah, just good card. We already play it. We don't have we don't have a reason to play a second one right now. So another Wee Witch is just not really useful for us. So this card's kind of interesting. Prisma's kind of interesting. I would have loved for this to be like maybe a the Dark Charmer, but I mean, what can you do? Beggars can't be choosers, right? All right, let's open these legacy tickets. We've got 3 legacy tickets here. We've got Infernal Dragon. Okay, so this card's kind of lackluster. Endless Decay is another card. If we have 2,000 or less life points, special summon this card from your hand. I mean, come on. I think we already have that card, and if we didn't use it, like on episode 3, I'm not going to use it now. We've got Ninken Dog, which is an 1800 wind monster, normal summon. Not bad, probably replaces something else. Basic Insect is Weevil's old card, not really going to be usable for us. And I believe this is, let's see, what do we get out of this? Yeah, we have 3 out of 3, so this is our 3rd legacy ticket. Let's see what we get out of this one. We've got Banner of Courage. All monsters gain 200 attack, only during the battle phase. Not really that bad, but not really that great. And then Cyber Esper. We get to look at every card our opponent draws. I don't really see that as that usable of a card, honestly. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent chose to go first. They set 1 card and passed. That's more than fine with me. And we got Broken Line, which is exactly the type of card. Our hand is actually better for going first, but our opponent didn't accomplish anything. So we're just going to normal summon the barrier statue and just go to battle phase here. Because that's it's good enough with me. And then as far as his face down, what's cool about Broken Line is you can actually set Broken Line in this column. So if at any point he activates his card, we're gonna be able to get, free. I'm gonna leave the Messenger of Peace for later because I have Sakuretsu armor. I don't feel the need to do Messenger of Peace, so I'm just going to pass on this. And as long as we're not playing against the fire deck, which can happen, as long as we're not playing against the fire deck, I think we could be good here. Our opponent is going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster. They seem to just always have Harpy's Feather Duster lately. I don't know what it is. We've been dealing with this and Lightning Storm non-stop. I mean, there's nothing we could do about that. It happens, it happens. There's nothing we can do there. He happened to have it. So we lost all of our amazing back row. And more than likely, we lost the game now because of that. It's just been... It really... It's like... I don't know what it is. They just keep opening it against us. And he's going to go to end phase. You know, at least that's good. So he's going to go to end phase. We have Purple Poison, Messenger of Peace, Familiar Possessed. I guess I'm going to go Familiar Possessed, get some damage in. And then I guess we can just go Messenger of Peace next. We can just activate that. And as long as he has a monster that has more attack. So I'm going to activate this now over here. Because if this is an imperm, I don't want this card getting negated too. I guess we just pass on this. It's a Mystical Space Typhoon. Okay. So he has... This guy is like back row removal, man. He's like... I've non-stop back row removal. He has plays that don't really add up to anything and then back row removal. So we'll just pass on this. We have the Familiar Possessed and the Barrier Statue. I still don't even know what he's playing. He has nothing. I mean, what's next? Giant Trunade, Heavy Storm, Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twister. Like, what else does he have? He has nothing but back row removal. He's setting another card. Knowing this guy, it's like Dust Tornado. This guy's got back row removal central. Threatening Roar, okay, fine, good enough. He's got some foolishness going on. If I summon this, we're at 28. If I summon 28 plus 12, it is going to be not enough anyway. So I think I'm just going to save this resource because with the fact that he has a Mystical Space Typhoon means that this could be like a Mirror Force. So I'm just going to save it because I can't finish him off this turn anyway. I can't finish him off this turn regardless, so I'm just going to go to battle phase and just attack. Because he would have been stuck with 50 life points regardless. Or 100 life points anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So I'm just going to set this, and I can actually just set this monster face down. So even if it gets destroyed, I get to pop something, and then I'm just going to pass on this. Our opponent's going to finally normal something. It is Bull Blader, which I've never even seen or heard of. I don't know what this card is or does. But it has some sort of during the battle phase attack. I mean, during the battle phase effect. So if he tries to attack, I'm going to Threatening Roar. And we pretty much win after that. Yeah, this card's not actually terrible for a Masochist challenge because it basically destroys any monster and neither player takes any battle damage. And it's a level 4. And it's a warrior. It's actually not... Bull Blader is actually not a bad card now that I'm looking at it. It's a half decent card, but we have the out in so many different ways. We have Purple Poison Magician. We have Familiar Possessed. We have Threatening Roar to stop this attack. And then, you know, next turn we can do things. Alright, end of main phase is fine. We're going to go to battle phase. Beginning of battle phase. Now I'm going to activate the Threatening Roar. And this should be it for him. I don't even know how much the Barrier Statue even stopped our opponent because he just normal summoned this thing anyway. I don't know if his hand is just full of spell and trap cards. But, I mean, if it is, it is. It's going to go to the end phase. I don't think this is a relevant battle trap, so that should be good there. We draw Memory Loss. I'm going to flip this. And I can actually just attack his monster and then pop it using its effect if I want to. But either way, I'm going to battle phase. But I'm going to go and attack with this first. He can destroy my monster, but I still have 2 more attacks afterwards. Yeah, he's going to activate, and then my monster's going to get destroyed after damage calculation, but I still have 2 monsters to attack with. And I guess that's the game then. That's the game. Okay, that was like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what he was playing. It was like non-stop back row removal. I have no idea what was going on there. Alright, so we've got 2 legacy tickets. Alright, so this is what our opponent was playing. It is a very weird deck. I don't even know. I want to say it's not a bot, because the bots always attack you for no reason. And then on top of that, he's playing non-bot cards like this and this and this. I want to say this guy was just a beginner that was playing like a warrior deck that he has from the story mode. I guess he just has a bunch of cards that he unlocked in the story mode. That's what I would guess our opponent was playing. It's a bunch of stuff that he unlocked in the story mode. It's a bit of a goofy deck, but yeah, it's a warrior deck. It's just generic, like, I'm a noob, I'm going to make a warrior deck. I wish he could have drawn a slightly better hand to make this a little more fun. But overall, I wish he just would have drawn. Like I said, there are situations like in these games where I actually want my opponent to have better cards than their opening hand to make the game more fun. But we did absolutely destroy him. Okay, let's open a master pack, see if we get anything really good. Because we haven't pulled something outrageous in a really long time, so maybe this is the time for us to pull it. Bujin Yamato, another Bujin card. I think this is the best Bujin card. During the end phase, add a Bujin. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. I mean, this is the best Bujin, but even this is kind of slow, so I don't know what all these... I don't know how we keep pulling all these Bujins, but we do. Chronomaly, is this a free special summon? Not really, no. So that's not going to work. Dramatic Rescue is an Amazoness card that's not very good. Unknown Synchron is actually a decent card. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you get the special summon it for free. It's a level 1 tuner. It's not bad, but it's not good either. Not going to work. This isn't really going to do anything for us. Another copy of this same episode. And Harpy's Feather Rest, which we do have a few Harpies, but not enough Harpies to make this playable. This requires us to shuffle back 3 Harpies, and then we get to draw 1 or 2 cards. But again, we just don't have enough Harpies to do. I mean, we have enough Harpies to do it, but we don't have enough Harpies to make it worth playing this card. I mean, it's not a bad card. It's just, again, it's good in a pure Harpy deck, not here. Bujin Yamato, another Bujin. By the end of this, we'll have like a complete max rarity Bujin deck, because we pull Bujins every single episode. Alright, so let's open these legacy tickets. Hopefully we get something out of this. We could use another barrier statue. Maybe another attribute. Neither of these are useful, unfortunately, and we have one of them, but the other card's just not usable. So, yeah, it happens. Can't have amazing pulls every single time. That's not going to work, and I don't believe this is going to work. 400 for every card in our hand, which, let's say at max, our hand is 5 cards. It's 2,000 attack. This becomes a 3,200 attack monster. I mean, come on. 3,200 attack monster, that's a 1 tribute, and sometimes it's not even 3,200. Sometimes it's just, like, very low. It could be good in situations where we're in a really, really long, like, grind game. Becomes like our Gren Manju, but it's level 5, so it's just, this card's just not very, very good at all. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is, I'd say, fairly solid, actually. We're running into a similar issue. We can get to a Link 3 fairly easily, and then we can't keep going. So in this particular hand, we've got normal summon this, special summon this, special summon this. We've got 3 monsters on board, but that's it. That's where it ends. Our opponent's playing TGs, which has gotten new support, and unfortunately it takes absolutely forever to play this deck, so we're gonna have to sit through quite an extensive combo right now. Alright, so our opponent normal summoned this, didn't have a target, and then I guess special summon this so they can get to a level 5 if they want to. Again, this deck takes like forever to actually set anything up, and it's gotten so many support cards in the last few years. It's kind of outrageous, like how much support this deck has actually received. In 2018, it got a bunch of support, secret rares and all, and then nobody played it. And now recently, they had support cards again, and again has secret rares, ultra rares, all that stuff, and it's like nobody really plays it. The only card that seemed to get any play from this archetype is Hyper Librarian and Wonder Magician. But other than that, like, the archetype gets very, very little actual play. So this is one of the rare cases where I could actually see somebody play it. This card's kind of nuts. You can summon any amount of TGs from your graveyard, but then you're locked into TGs. But it's still kind of crazy. You can summon any amount from your graveyard. This card's pretty good. He's fairly new, I believe, too. Like, this deck has so much support. It's kind of crazy. All right, so this is our opponent's end board. He does have a quick effect to synchro summon with this dude right here. So that's something. I don't know if this dude also has a quick effect to synchro summon. I know this card has a quick effect to synchro summon, so he's got at least that for us to contend with. So I think we're gonna go Goblinberg here. And then we're going to activate the effect before, because he has a synchro summon during our main phase. So we'll see. We're going to try to summon Purple Poison, because having Purple Poison out there is just good. As Purple Poison, the positive part about Purple Poison is that it actually, if it's destroyed, it gets to pop things. And if that effect's negated, it gets to pop more things, which is kind of cool. So now we're going to special summon Ron Ryu. Now, I can try to prompt my opponent to go to battle phase here, or I can make something. I think I'm going to make something. But yeah, never mind. He's going to synchro summon anyway, as during the opponent's main phase quick effects synchro summon. So he can go into some kind of big synchro monster. He can go into Baron de Fleur, I believe. Is that on the agenda here? No, he's got 3 monsters, probably like a level 12. But probably like a Cosmic Blazar maybe or something like that. That's your Herald Cannon. This card, when a monster would be special summoned, negate the activation, destroy that monster. So he has a quick effect to do that once per turn. So if I go into Time Thief right now, he could just negate it anyway, so I'd be an absolute moron to do it. So I'm just gonna set some cards and just pass here, because again, I'd be a moron to go into the extra deck. This is actually a card, funny enough, that we have. We can't summon it, but we actually have this card. And yeah, it doesn't really, as was shown here, it doesn't actually do all that much. But we might actually be able to steal it, depending on what cards that we have here. We might be able to steal it, but we also have the dimensional card too. Well, we have 3 pretty decent cards. We have Power Frame, we have Dimensional Prison, and then we have Memory of an Adversary. This set card could be the counter trap for their archetype. So that card's not bad. He's going to be able to special summon for free. Yeah, TGs have so much support. It's crazy. This one is another one that's like fairly recent. I remember it got support in like a Battles of Legends set. There was like a zombie. Like, it's crazy. I actually think that TGs have gotten more support in the last few years than like some of the biggest like TGs has gotten more support than like Red Eyes. TG's gotten more support than Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, if you really think about it. Like, in terms of card for card, they've gotten so much support. They've actually, yeah, they've gotten more support than Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Not only that, but they've actually been doing, like, buy one, get one free support on Blue Eyes and Dark Magician lately. It's like every Dark Magician card is, like, also shared with a Blue Eyes card. So, it's like you get a Blue Eyes card, oh, but you also get a Dark Magician card, but, like, it'll only work on, like, one of the 2 archetypes. He's got the Trident Royal Rare. This is the Secret Rare a few years ago. This is the Link Monster, and this card's also really good. You can special summon 3 TG monsters, hand, deck, and graveyard. So he summoned one from deck, he has nothing in the hand, then he's going to be able to summon one from the graveyard. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy card, right? You summon a Link 3, and then you get to summon 3 more monsters. It's like, it just refills the cost of the Link summon. It's kind of outrageous. This is the new one. This is the Salamandra. This is a level 1 fire that you can tech into Snake Eyes sometimes. It's not like terrible. But honestly, pure Snake Eyes is just better without this card. But this card's another one's like a UR. Like, this deck has so much support. And then he's got this one right here, the TG Star Guardian. So he made a Link 3 and then he refilled all of the cost for it. Now again, we might be able to make things happen right now because we have Memory of an Adversary and the Dimensional Prison and stuff. And then next turn we can change things up. But I'll have to see. And this card, the TG All Clear, I don't know if this is an old card or a new card, but this card's kind of good too. It gives you an extra normal summon of a TG, but a lot of them special summon anyway. Yeah, it adds, you can destroy a TG in your hand or field and then add another one. Like, that effect's kind of crazy too, because then you fill the graveyard. Like, this deck actually has a lot of pretty decent support, but you rarely see it played. Now he summoned the Werewolf. This is one of the older cards. It's still good though. Like, it's still a usable card. Now the problem is TGs don't have like the greatest in-archetype boss monsters. And I think that's where the deck actually goes wrong. This dude does piercing. If this card's destroyed on the field, draw a card. I don't think this destroys. This just targets and banishes. Yeah, this card's pretty good. They have a lot of floating. They have a lot of recursion. I guess their issue is they just don't have the best boss monsters. And then when they get TG locked, it kind of creates problems for them. Because, yeah, like I said, they get TG locked and they can't really do anything. Now, this is the card we definitely want to steal. We want to steal Halberd. And as of right now, we want to Dimensional Prison this dude right here. But we'll see what else we're able to do. The thing about stealing Halberd is if we could steal this Halberd, we can actually use the Halberd against our opponent because it negates summons. Now, the dangerous thing is, although it does, you know, negate summons, and everything about that is great. The problem is if we steal it, we have to pay 4,000 life points to steal it, which is obviously quite a bit of life points. Our opponent is also going to make the Shooting Star TG EX, which is an awesome looking card. When an opponent's monster declares attack negated during your opponent's turn, if this card is in your graveyard, you contribute 2 synchro monsters. When this effect is activated, you can banish 1 tuner. So there's no point in using Memories of an Adversary on this. I am just going to banish this card. So right now, I'm going to use Memories of an Adversary on this card that's attacking right now, because I think right now this card is just better for that. I'm going to use that on the Halberd, so Halberd's gone. And then obviously our life points are low, but we do have some other nonsense. We're going to hit him with a Synchro Era card here. Let me see here. Yeah, we're going to hit him with a Synchro Era card against his Synchro, which is the Dimensional Prison. I want that off the field. And yeah, I want it gone. So that's gone now. And now he's got 2 monsters left, and we've got the Power Frame, which I actually can... Honestly, do I really care that he's attacking this? Like, this isn't really doing much right now anyway, so I don't really care. And the Purple Poison's going to pop his thing anyway, so I probably just want to keep the Power Frame for later. So I'm going to let that attack over that. Actually, this is where I learned something happens. You can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Great, so we lose another... Oh, never mind, he's negated. Things happen. Okay, so then we're going to activate the Purple Poison. We're going to pop... This has been giving him a ton of value, and these monsters aren't really doing anything. I mean, he's got a Machine Tuner and a... Nah, you know what? I got to pop what's on the field here, because I got to pop what's on the field. I'll leave him with 1 monster, and then basically, I think that was a pretty good board clear there. We cleared everything out, and now we drew the Empowered Warrior. Next turn, we get the Halberd to our side of the field. Halberd. I think we switch to attack mode. I think we start attacking over stuff, and then we make a Time Thief in main phase 2. We can do that, or we can make a... We can make a Time Thief in main phase 2, or we can go into... What's his name right now? We can go into the other dude immediately. We can go into Sue Ship and pop this card, because this card's been giving him a lot of value. Gives him an extra normal summon and lets him search things out. Like switch out monsters. I actually don't think that would be too bad of an idea, because this has been giving him value, but I actually have a decent amount of protection. And again, I think Time Thief is still a better card than Sue Ship in this situation, because he's just going to make some kind of synchro monster next turn anyway. So, let me see. Yeah, I'm just going to go to battle phase. I'm going to attack over this. Oh, never mind. He scoops. Wow. I can't believe we won that. That was a constructed deck. The guy actually like competently knew how to play, and he just got fed up with us. And we had the Halberd coming back, so we would have had Time Thief plus Halberd to negate his synchro summons, which would have been crazy. Wow, great win. That was a really good win. All right, we got 2 legacy tickets and happiness, or tenderness this time around. Okay, let's purchase another master pack. Hopefully we get something good. We haven't been pulling anything crazy lately, but you know, there's always 1-2 cards away from something nice. Goalkeeper Scorpio. It's a free normal summon without tributing if we have no monsters. Not the worst card. Subterror, I don't believe is playable for us. So I don't, yeah, like I said, I don't think that card is really playable. Life Extreme has to do with Earth Synchros. I don't think we have any Earth Synchros that are usable. Zenmite, this is a wind-up card, not really usable. This card's actually good, but I don't think we have the right cards. Yeah, Beast, Beast Warrior, Wing Beast. I don't think we have this collection of things, but this is actually like a solid Link 2. So we just keep it in the background, do a barrel roll, tribute all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. We have a Mecha Phantom Beast monster, but the issue is, it's Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. Is that just the Link monster? I mean, the Xseed monsters. I believe it's just the Xseed monsters, but I got to double check. Then we've got, this is a Infernity card, not going to happen, and another Lightsworn card, but it's one of the bad Lightsworn cards. So I don't think there's a single pullable thing, like usable thing out of this entire pack. Maybe this, but we don't have any of the really good go keys. This is a warrior, so I guess it's a level 5 2300 free normal summon, but I mean, we have other 2300 normal summons like the Goblin Attack Force, so nothing crazy out of this pack whatsoever. Okay, let's open up some legacy tickets. Let's see what we get out of these guys, because sometimes they actually end up being better than the Master Pack. There's so many, there's actually good cards locked up in them. Destiny Hero, not bad. Aquarium Lighting. So in terms of Destiny, we have Destiny Fusion, but we don't have any of the good Fusion monsters. Any of the good, Fusion monsters to actually summon off of it. So maybe if we get one eventually, Launcher Spider and Blackwing Bombardment. So neither of those are usable either. Alright, so our hand is looking decent. We have a barrier statue and a forbidden chalice. I mean, I guess we set the barriers. We summon the barrier statue, set the forbidden chalice. I mean, that's the best thing I've got in this hand. Our follow-up's not too bad. We have the Analyzer, Purple Poison, and Crusadia, which, again, is enough to get to a Link 3, but no higher. Our opponent's going to set a card, and then they activate... What is this? What in the world is that? That's the one that every time we attack, it sends something off the top of his deck. Alright, whatever. And then he's going to summon out the Performapal Silver Claw. Which, I mean, okay. Performapal Silver Claw. And this card declares an attack. All Performapals gain 300. So he's going to go to 21. Not too bad. Not too bad of a card. I'll take that attack. So we'll lose our monster. And then I guess it goes back to our turn. Let's see if we draw something semi-usable here. But we can get to a rank 4 at least. We can get to a rank 4 or higher. So we're going to activate Analyzer. We're going to special summon it out. And we're going to... I say we activate our effect to try to bait something out. Because we still have other plays. So even if we can't bait it out, we have other things to do. We have Purple Poison. We have other things. Ghost Ogre. That came out of nowhere. So I guess it's good that we did this now. Because if we had waited later... The problem... Yeah, if we had waited for later, it actually would have been worse for us. So this is going to resolve. Because if we had to use Time Thief and then he Ghost Ogre our Time Thief, we would have been like absolutely screwed anyway. It's probably better that that happened than not. And then we can just set this in defense mode because it's 2100 defense. This is 2100. So we'll just set this. And yeah, we'll just set this and sit on it. I can get to the level 7 actually too if I want to sink my entire hand into this, but can I? Yeah, I can get to the level 7. But I think this is the more patient play is probably better right now. I can get to this monster if I want to, but he doesn't have any special summon monsters anyway. So I'm just going to set this. I'm just going to pass on what I have here. Purple Poison's pretty good. If he destroys it, we get to pop a card. If he doesn't destroy it and he just ties, then he just ties and we're good. Alright, he's going to summon Dimensional Warrior, which is a bit annoying because this has a mandatory effect to banish. So we'll see which one he attacks with. He's going to attack with this, which is kind of annoying. And I kind of want to keep my monster here. So I'm going to put Chaining on. And I'm probably going to activate the Forbidden Chalice. Battle Step, that's fine. Damage Step, I guess we activate this now. I'm going to activate the Forbidden Chalice. We're going to boost this attack, but we're also going to negate its effects, so it's not going to banish our monster. And we're going to save our monster so we can do other stuff with it. We can do other stuff later on, because this card is actually, like, kind of annoying. And then it's going to go to end phase. And let's see. Lightning Vortex is pretty good. Okay, that's exactly the kind of card we needed to draw. So we're going to Lightning Vortex. We're going to discard Arborea. I think Arborea is the better discard. Pop those two. And then we're going to normal summon this dude out. It's more damage to just do these two. Then again, he might have some weird battle trap because he's playing a bunch of weird stuff right now. So I think it's actually better. I think it's actually better right now to go into Suship because if he has some weird... Again, he's playing something odd. If he has some kind of a weird battle trap, I'm going to be able to dodge it with Time Thief. So I'd prefer to be able to dodge whatever he's got going on. We're down in resources, but Time Thief is just such a crazy card that it's fine that we're down in resources because he can dodge around stuff and he can do so many useful things. He's going to start taking cards off the top of his deck. Potentially he's going to be drawing for us. So we'll see. We're going to attack. We have to send off the top. We lose a Ray. Ray would have actually been kind of decent in this situation too. Ray would have really helped, but I mean, what are you going to do, right? You lose cards, you lose cards. And our opponent's going to Griffin Rider. To be honest with you, I didn't see that coming. 2800 defense. Yeah, I didn't see Griffin Rider coming. What rarity is Griffin Rider? Oh, he's a UR. He's actually a pretty decent card. No, I don't want to continue the main phase. Griffin Rider's a pretty decent card. He's a free special summon, essentially. And then if you have an adventure token, I guess you can negate stuff, so that could work too. Now we're going to activate the Time Thief to grab something off his deck. We're going to get a monster. It's an Alexandrite Dragon from it's probably the starter deck. It's going to set one card. A card we wish we got off the top of his deck. Alright, end phase. Go back to our turn. Let's see. We got a familiar possessed monster. I'm going to activate this. I want it to be Speller Trap. Speller Trap is like perfect. We get a trap. I guess we can activate this effect and put this on the top of his deck. Now the issue is, the scary part is, he could just draw it again. So that's pretty scary, but I think the scarier part, yeah, I think we just actually just set this familiar possessed and we just actually go to end phase. Because I want to chain the Time Thief to something. Because I don't want to, like, activate Time Thief, just detach a trap, and then our opponent, like... Yeah, detach a trap, and then our opponent does something like target, pop Time Thief, and then I can't even do anything with him. So I'm going to activate this, grab a card off the top of his deck again. What does this do? He gets to special summon a monster as a normal monster. And it's a level 3. Okay. This actually isn't bad. So that's fine. He's going to be able to special summon a monster. It's a 0 attack monster. We get another trap card. Skull Dice. That's pretty good. But again, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with it. He has a level 3 and a level... But this is a win, so it's not like he can go into something crazy. This is a warrior. I'm trying to think here, because I don't want him to go into anything crazy. I guess we just wait. We wait until he summons something. He's going to activate, pay 1,000, target one monster, take control of it. Okay, so now we activate the effect of Time Thief. We have no choice. He kind of twisted our arm here. So we're going to detach Skull Dice, and we're also going to detach a monster. So we're going to detach this. And we're going to put this on the top of our deck. On his deck, so that next turn we actually take this card, so we don't have to worry about this Griffin Rider anymore. He's going to double this attack, so he's going to attack over our monster here. Immunity attacks, and then he goes to main phase. Okay, then he goes to main phase 2, never mind. He changes his plan. So our monster's going to come back, and now we outed the Griffin Rider. We outed the Griffin Rider, and we're going to be able to take it off the top of his deck to give ourselves a little more protection. Okay, so now we flip this, we special summon out this dude. This is until the end of the next standby phase. I think we want to start popping things. So we're going to go... We can go into Suship here if we want to. But we honestly have more damage just by attacking. And we don't need to go into Suship. Suship can help pop things. But I mean, like, this isn't really a concern right now anyway. So it's whatever. I guess we just attack. I mean, we are kind of concerned about what this could be. It's a Radiant Mirror Force. Then I guess we got to activate the Time Thief. And we have to... Eventually it was going to be something stupid, right? At least we got rid of it. I mean, I guess the smarter play would have in the end been to... I guess the right play would have been to not allow that to happen. But I mean, I guess I should have gone into Suship. But I mean, I could have gone into Suship and he could have activated like a Torrential or something. So you never know what's going to happen until it's already too late. This card should go back, and also Time Thief who's going to get back and get buffed again. So it's a monster. Again, in this scenario, I actually don't mind having it be a monster because it's not really that bad. He has multiple monsters now. He's got Power Angel, Charge Man. He can go into a rank 4. He can go into a variety of different things. Alright, our opponent's going to go into a rank 4. It's the Constellar. The Teller Knight. Target one Teller in the graveyard. Detach. I don't think this really does anything other than just be 2,500 attacks. So he's bigger than our Time Thief. That's what he essentially does. He's bigger than Time Thief. He's going to go to battle phase. We're going to activate Time Thief because we want to save it, because right now it's the only thing really keeping us alive. So we'll take the 2,500. We'll take the 2,500. It's whatever, but his field is starting to also fall apart. He essentially just has a monster that is 2,500 attack. I do not want to activate this. This will pop our Time Thief. No, we don't want to activate this card. So we'll draw Ryu. Run Ryu's not bad, actually. And Run Ryu floats. Now, if we get a trap card, that would be ideal. It's a monster. I actually don't think I want to set this or summon this because it doesn't really do anything. So I think we just go to battle phase. and just attack over this monster. We have to send to the graveyard, which is fine. Although we are getting kind of low. But we still have more cards than him in our deck. I could set our monster. Yeah, I'm going to set the monster to protect our life points. Because not setting it is dumb. So we'll set the monster and we'll just pass on this. And this dual Time Thief's really actually been quite useful. Because he's been keeping us alive. And in addition to keeping us alive, he's been doing things for us. He's got like a little photon engine, junk. I just realized this guy's name was Masochist. So I guess maybe he is a masochist. I don't know. I mean, based on everything he's been playing, it's definitely not a Chinese bot, I could tell you that. He's going to attack this, which is smart. I'm going to have to activate this to detach and banish him until the end phase. Thank God he got rid of that Ghost Ogre, because that would have been really annoying. This thing actually floats, so we're going to activate that to special summon out the Nefariousness out in defense. Now, the thing is, we really need to out this Constellar before he draws something really useful. But he's like, it's not like this Constellar is that good. It's just a monster that's 2,500 attack, and we don't really have a way to out it because it's 2,500 attack. We just need a trap off the top of his deck, and then we can make things happen. Let's see. That's not bad, actually. It's not bad at all. So we're going to activate this. Oh, I know how to out it. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I know how to out it, but that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. This is 23. Yeah, nothing really works right now. We can go into a rank 4, but none of our rank 4s really do it either. Diamond Direwolf. I guess we can Diamond Direwolf, pop this, and then go to battle. I mean, I'd rather get the search off of the Witch of the Black Forest, but right now that doesn't really help us, and we need to make some progress. And this thing's actually been a little bit in the way. Diamond Direwolf is probably the best case scenario here. Yeah, we don't have any inherent special summons because we don't have any spellcasters that we would be able to special summon. I mean, we actually technically do. So we can search Inari Fire and then get to... We can search Inari Fire and then get to Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax, but I actually don't even know if that is the better play because then we have to get rid of our Time Thief to do it, and Time Thief's just been doing... He's been doing our thing. He's been doing things for us right now, so we could do that because if we link these two away, we can get to Wee Witch. If we link those two away, we get to Wee Witch, and then we can get to Inari Fire, and then Inari Fire is an inherent special summon because Wee Witch is a spellcaster, and then we can get to... You know what, why not? Let's do it. But then we have to lose Time Thief, but I guess that is the play that we're going to make. So we're going to use Witch of the Black Forest. Hopefully he doesn't have anything crazy out of nowhere, like an Ash Blossom to stop us. So we're going to use that, activate this to search out the Inari Fire. And then since this is a spellcaster, it can special summon itself in attack mode. It doesn't really matter, but now we can go into... Again, it doesn't really matter, but we can summon Reaper-Docus. And this actually dropped an attack too. If we had more darks, we would have gone into this earlier. But now we go into Mr. Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax, which does not have a lot of outs. If he actually is on a Masochist deck, Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax does not have a ton of outs. So now we go to battle phase, and we're going to be able to do 3,000 to him. Send a card off the top, whatever. So we're going to do at least 3,000, and if he doesn't draw anything else that's useful, then next turn it should be game. And yeah, I mean, we cleaned up. And this guy's hard to out. Again, he can't be targeted. Our opponent can only attack this thing. And if he leaves the field, we get to shuffle a card away. So if we draw any monster that's like, even if he outs it, if we draw any monster that's 1,000 attack, what did he just summon? What does this thing do? It's going to summon 2 monsters. He can't be destroyed by battle, except with a monster special summon with the extra deck. It does piercing. And he's going to scoop. Okay. Well, that was a really fun duel, actually. I want to check this guy's deck out. I'm pretty sure he was a Masochist, but that was actually a really, really fun duel. Alright, so we just ranked up to Platinum 4. So we're officially in Platinum 4. And we've got, what do we get for this? We get a Legacy ticket and a Rock Ogre, I believe, right? A Rock Ogre Grotto. And we get to go check out his deck. Alright, so here's what our opponent's playing. I believe this is a Masochist, so just to compare it to our deck, I mean, there's pretty cool deck. It's got Ghost Ogre, which is a crazy pull, right? That's a UR. He's got some Vampires in here. Griffin Rider's a nice card, actually. It really is. There's a few cards I wouldn't play like this, but at the same time, it's like maybe he's playing it because he just didn't pull other stuff. It happens. And then he's got some really good rares here, like right here. This is like 4 right here that are really awesome, actually. And as far as his extra deck, a lot of similar stuff. What are the chances, right? He pulled Coral Dragon. This is really good. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Even if he doesn't play like field spells, and then he's got some other stuff that is actually really cool. Pentastag's another really awesome card. Really fun duel, actually. I enjoy that quite a lot. All right, last pack of the episode. Let's see what we get out of this. So I'm very curious as to what we get. hopefully we get something really useful to like have a little cliffhanger to end on. Because again, yeah, let's see what we get. Let's just see what we get. We've got our first card that's hiding here. It's a Nelmaria card. Or a Nemlaria card. I don't think this does anything for our deck. It's not, we have another... Actually, we don't have the Dreaming Nemlaria. And that's the issue, but... Is this a free special summon? If this card is in your hand, you can target one monster you control, place it on the bottom of the deck, special summon this card. I mean... Okay, like it's a free special summon, it's a level 10, but it's only 1500 attack. If this was like 3000 attack, 1500 defense, I'd probably play this card, because that's not even that bad. And then, when it's special summoned, we can do one of two, change one other face-up monster on the field to face-down defense position. That's actually not bad. And then we can also add a Dreaming Nemlaria, which we don't have. But if we did, that wouldn't be too bad of an effect. I mean, this is not a bad card by any means. It's just kind of a weak monster. Again, if its stats were flipped, I wouldn't even think about it. I'd probably play that card. Evolutionary Bridge is an Evolite card. We already have a few of those. Cosmorning. Do we have this card already? We already have this. I didn't even know we had this. And we have like a little Cosmo engine that's building in the background. Yeah, this card's not actually that good, but it's whatever. Another Harpy card, Alluring Mirror Split. This is actually really good for Harpies because it just, especially for like a Masochist Harpy deck, every time a Harpy is destroyed, you get to summon another one, so it's not bad. We already have this card. Tin Goldfish is a good card that I'm absolutely going to play. This is great. I can't believe we have this. This card's normal summon, special summon level 4 from the hand. It's just like Goblinberg. It's like another Goblinberg. Technically speaking, Goblinberg is slightly better because Goblinberg can summon any monster from the hand. But as far, I mean, this card is 100% going in the deck. That's a great card to end on. That just completely works right into our deck. And I think our opponent had it too, which is kind of crazy. Spiritual Water Art is actually one of the best spiritual cards, if I remember correctly. Look at our opponent's hand, send one card from their hand to the graveyard by tributing a water. Not bad. If we had some of the cards that search the spiritual art cards, that would be amazing. The ones that summon from decks, we actually have a decent amount of the familiar possessed cards. It's actually becoming a little combination here. This card's actually not bad, and it goes into our like water support pile. And then from here we got Leviathan Dragon, which honestly it's kind of lackluster at this point because it's a level 3, and all it does detach. It gains 500 attack. I mean, come on, it becomes 2500 as a rank 3. It's not bad, but it's really not that great either. The Tinfoil Goldfish is really cool. This is cool. Leviathan Dragon kind of takes me back to the beginning of the Exceed era, so I guess to some degree it's kind of cool, but Tinfoil Goldfish is actually a really, really great pull. Alright, let's open the final pack of the episode, which is a Legacy Pack. Just one singular Legacy Pack. Let's see what we get out of this one. I can't wait to see this. So we've got Guardian Statue and a Zephyra. It's a Zephyra Swordsman of Necros, so now we have a Zephyra monster that we can search off of the Zephyra field spell. So that is, at the very least, that's pretty good. The issue is that this locks you into Zephyra, and it locks you into Pendulum Summons of Zephyra and Necros monsters, and this effect cannot be negated. So we'd have to get a bunch more Zephyrs to make them really playable. But as far as things go, this is actually not a bad card. If we get enough Zephyrs, maybe we go into the Zephyr direction. This card is, when it's flip summon, return one monster opponent's side of field to the hand. Probably like a week 1 card, but a little bit too slow for where we're at right now in Platinum 4 or 5. Alright, so to end the episode, we're definitely putting in Tinfoil Goldfish. I'll figure out what to take later on, we keep getting more and more of these like free summons, which is really good. I mean, we've got now Photon Thrasher, Goblinberg, Tinfoiled Goldfish, Nahata. Do we have 2 of this or 1 of this? No, we have 1. Okay, so we are getting a lot of stuff that is actually like kind of good. Like, I'm actually really happy with the pulls that we've had recently because it keeps expanding our ability to special summon, and as long as we can keep expanding it, we can get to Mekk-Knight Crusader Avermax more easily, and he's our boss monster. This is our boss monster. I didn't get a chance to really showcase the Sky Striker Ace Ray and its OTK potential, but at the end of the day, it really hasn't been like overall what we've been able to accomplish has really been pretty good recently. So awesome duel at the end there. Thank you for watching and have a great day. La, 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 la.